because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down. Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 32 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Ryan steps away to his left. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion. Well, I don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays according.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 8 yards out. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They begin with a run by Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
372. Move.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Lucy. Hey, hold it.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
20.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And incomplete here on third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Here we go. Omaha. 72. Move.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
11B. So right.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Spread left. Switch. Hank.
The Jags do snap it. It's Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Sunday. Okay. Check your backer. Mike 39, Lucy. 372. So right. Lucy. No. Mike 39, Lucy.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A handoff to Fournette. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike 39, Lucy. Move.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Lucy.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And here now come the Falcons. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
21.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins by. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Spread right, 72. Let's go. 76.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Lucy, Lucy.
This is Fournette. Fournette fighting through. There he goes left side. And he's in for a touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job.